Hello again. Today's tutorial is for the solid hexagon, another of the hexagon tutorials that I've been doing recently. For this one I'm using double knit yarn and a 5mm hook. It's this one here, and like the other hexagons that I've already done, it will end with the same amount of stitches to make it easy for joining. I'm going to start as always with a slip knot onto the hook, and we start with 5 chain, so it's yarn over and pull through 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and again we're going to join the circle with a slip stitch. We're now going to work 12 double crochets into this circle. The first stitch, as always, will be the 3 chain, and that counts as the first double. Excuse me. So we're going to do another 11 doubles into the circle. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I'll just check that I've got the right amount, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and a final double, making it 12. And we're going to join into the 3rd chain of the start stitch with a slip stitch. For this particular hexagon, I'm just going to work in the one colour, so it will be a totally solid hexagon. For this next round we're going to actually start to form the points of the hexagon, so we're going to slip stitch in between the 2 doubles here. If you're starting with a new colour, you would fasten off and then join with a slip knot onto your hook and then a slip stitch into the space in between the 2 doubles, and it's between any 2 doubles. The first stitch is going to be 4 chain, and that's going to count as the first double plus 1 chain, and into that same space we're going to work a double. So this is going to form the point of the hexagon. And then we're going to work 1 double into the double, 1 double in between the doubles, and 1 double into the next double. So we've now got the 2 doubles plus 3 separate doubles which fall into the double, the space and the double. This is up to the next corner, where into the next space we're going to work 1 double, 1 chain and 1 double, and that's created the first side. So we're going to do the same all the way around. So in the next stitch we work 1 double, in the space between the 2 doubles we work a double, and also into the next double. Into the space we're going to work 1 double, 1 chain, 1 double, and that's created the second side. Into the next stitch we work a double, into the space between we work 1 double, and into the next double we place 1 double. We now work the next point, which is a double, a chain and a double. We've now got 3 sides. To the next stitch, 1 double, the space between, 1 double, and the next stitch, 1 double. Into the next stitch we're going to work a double, a chain and a double. Into the next stitch excuse me, 1 double, into the space between we work a double, into the next stitch a double, and then we're going to work the next point, which is 1 double, 1 chain, 1 double. That just leaves the final side, which is a double into the double, a double in between the stitches, and a final double into the last double. And again we're going to join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the starting stitch. We're now going to slip stitch into the 1 chain space. If you're keeping with the one colour, if you're going to change colour, you would fasten off at that last stitch and then join in the new colour into any of the points where you've got the 1 chain space between the 2 doubles. And the first stitch, as always, is the 3 chain with a chain to go in between. So the first stitch is 4 chains, which counts as the double and 1 chain. We then do a chain, a double into that same space, which is creating the point again. We're now going to work 1 double into each stitch across to the next point. So we'll be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doubles. I've done 1, there's 2, 3, 4 and 5, and that brings us to the 1 chain space, and in that chain space we're going to work a double, 1 chain and another double, and then again we're going to work the 5 doubles, 1 in each of the next 5 stitches. 3, 4 and 5. Again, that brings us to the 1 chain space here, where we're going to work a double, a chain and a double, and then 5 doubles, 1 in each of the next 5 stitches. And then again into the 1 chain space we work 1 double, 1 chain and 1 double, followed by a double in each of the next 5 stitches. And then we're at the next point where we do 1 double, 1 chain and 1 double, and then a double in each of the next 5. And again we're at the corner stitch, so we're going to work 1 double, 1 chain and 1 double, and then the final 5 doubles in the remaining 5 stitches. And as always, we're going to join into the 3rd chain of the starting stitch with a slip stitch. So we've now got 3 rows complete, and my hexagons for the blanket that I'm making are going to all be 4 rows to keep them all the same size. So again, we're going to slip stitch into that corner and work the 4 chain, which counts as the first double plus 1 chain, and we do a second double into that same stitch. And now we're going to work 7 doubles, 1 in each of the next 7 stitches. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. That brings us to the point where again we're going to work 1 double, 1 chain and 1 double. So each row is going to increase by 2 stitches. So if you did want to carry on and do a much larger hexagon, say you wanted to make a hexagon blanket, you could carry on in exactly the same way, just increasing 2 stitches on each row, and the stitches will naturally increase into the 6 points. So you don't really need to worry about counting the increases. So here we've got the next double, chain 1 and double, and then 7 doubles, 1 in each of the next 7 stitches. 4, 5, 6 and 7, followed by the double, chain 1 and double. For my blanket, I'm going to do some solid colour hexagons to break up the pattern, and this is a good one to do as a solid colour. And we've got do the 7 doubles across the next 7 stitches. So we've got the 2 doubles into the 1 stitch with the chain in between, and then 7 doubles across, and then again we've got the double, chain 1 and double, and then 7 doubles across the next 7 stitches. And this will bring this solid hexagon to the same size and stitch count as the previous hexagons that I've done the tutorials for. So on the last stitch, again we're going to join with a slip stitch into that 3rd chain, and at that point we would snip off the yarn and fasten off, and that gives us the solid hexagon. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I do apologise for the frog in my throat today. Please subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.